Welcome over here. Again, HAFIZ TAYYAB AHMAD is with you. So, as you know, I'm a chemical engineer. So, today I decided to teach you something related to the chemical handling and what kind of fire extinguisher you have to use in case of emergency. So, today is just like a third video in that topic. So, be bear with me and let's see how we should learn together. So, keep in touch with me. Let's move on. So how to use a fire extinguisher, this is just like our topic. So different kind of fire extinguisher are available and how to use them and the easiest rules that we should learn while we are using those fire extinguisher and which type of fire extinguisher used for which type of fire. So we have to know if we want to take initiative to fight with fire. So let's move on. First, I decided to teach you different kind of fire extinguisher, the different kind of part of the fire extinguisher. One is just like a discharge level you can see over here. Second one is just a lock over here, pin, which we call pin. First, we have to remove before using that fire extinguisher. Again, the hose, the pipe, which is useful, and this is a nozzle and discharge orifice, which is helpful, and we should put this orifice into the base of the fire. I will tell you later on. And over here is a pressure gauge, which help to indicate that this fire extinguisher is active or not. And this is a carrying handle, and on this part you can see data is mentioned, what kind of fire extinguisher it is, and we should which fire it's which fire is which type of fire extinguisher should be used and which fire. So it's also mentioned over here, and this is just like a body of fire extinguisher. Let's move on. There are four major kind of fire extinguisher, but I just mentioned four of them. One is carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. You can see that this is just like carbon is mentioned over here, and carbon dioxide mentioned over here, and as well as also mentioned that which kind of fire and it is suitable to use that kind of fire or no. So you can read. And again, there is a fire blanket which covered the fire when we put that kind of fire blankets. And third one is, you can see wet chemical. There are wet chemicals and as well as a dry chemical fire. The wet and fire, there are wet chemicals and dry chemicals which we use to cover the fire, and that's also helpful to act as a fire extinguisher. And the last one is just like a foam, the fire extinguisher which has a foam, and that's pressurized air help to screen the foam, and that's cover. So these are the all fire extinguisher which just remove the oxygen, which cut off the supply of oxygen in case of emergency. Again, we have to discuss again locking pin. You can see over here clearly locking pin is over here, which helpful. Next one is carrying handle, is the up and downside. Again is a pressure gauge which mentioned that this fire extinguisher is active or no. And the next one is label, just like a data, which mentioned that type of fire extinguisher and which kind of fire which kind of this fire extinguisher should be used for which kind of fire, and the instruction as well. And this is a discharge nozzle. Next, move on. The caring maintenance of fire extinguisher. First of all, where the fire extinguisher is present, you should not block that area. You can easily accessible. Second one is, check it out. The pressure gauge is mentioned the pressure that's active or no. The nozzle of the fire should not be obstacle, and pin should be removed first and easy to remove. And the last, the second E part is just like you have to understand that there is a known dent or leak on the fire extinguisher. Be careful. Some people have some fire extinguisher, but they don't care about them, so they have dent and leak. Then when the emergency occur, they don't able to tackle that emergency, so you be careful. So some manufacturer also said that before using fire extinguisher you have to shake, just like a dry chemical. Sometimes we have to shake before using, so be careful to read all those kind of things. Should be pressure test and fire extinguisher. Before using a fire extinguisher must be buy from authentic resource, so that they have already test pressure. Otherwise there is a leak and pressure the fire extinguisher material may be removed. These at least once a month you have to be inspect a fire extinguisher. You have to record that this fire extinguisher is active or no. So there are three rules which is quite easy to learn. One is raise, second one is react, and third one is pass. So let's see what is that. Number one, raise is Fire rescue. First, you have to rescue in case of emergency. You have to rescue other people. Second, turn on the alarm. First, rescue people. Second one is turn on the alarm. See, contain. Remove those material. Those people who are in that area are gathered at assembly area, and then you have to use any extinguisher. So raise, rescue, alarm, contain, and extinguisher. So extinguishing, and you have to use that. Be careful, read again and again, and try to be educate other people who are dealing with those kind of things. Raise, so it's mean rescue, alarm, contain, and extinguisher. Next one is wreck. Wreck means remove people immediately. Again, your first job is remove people as much as you can. Ensure doors are closed, confine the smoke so that oxygen supply would cut off, and easy to kill the fire. Number 1, turn on the alarm. A is active, turn on the alarm. C is call the fire department. Call the fire department immediately, because if you don't know how to tackle, then you have to call the fire department. Next one is treat. Again, if you know, then try to kill the fire, to fight with the fire. Continues evacuating the building. Remember, always evacuate the building as much as you can. Do not attempt to fight the fire if you don't know. So OSHA certified people usually kill the fire. So you understand that if you know how to treat the fire, then you have to take initiative. Otherwise, you call the fire department. Again, pass. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. What is that? Pull the needle, aim the base of the fire, and squeeze, press the fire, and then sweep again and again. And you have to maintain the 6 and 8 feet distance between fire and you, and then clear the area. First, you have to take the initiative and then clear the area so that you can easily run after to finish your job. So again, you can see pull. This is just like you can see over here is a pin. You have to pull the pin, remove the pin. Next one is aim the base of the fire. Don't use fire extinguisher on the top of the fire. You have to aim on the base of the fire, so otherwise it's not effective to use. Next one is squeeze. This is just like a handle, carrying handle and squeezing a handle. You have to squeeze that handle and press it. Then the material, carbon dioxide or other kind of chemicals excreted from the nozzle, so you have to be squeeze it. And next one is sweep. Don't put your nozzle at one place. You have to be sweep left and right again and again on the base of the fire. So there are 4 major kind of fire extinguisher which is quite common to use. Number 1 is water. You can see there is a double line on the neck of the fire extinguisher, and you have to use those water for pressurized water fire extinguisher for the class A fire, which is solid material. Powder, DCP, we call them DCP. It is not effective to use on a metal fire. Otherwise, it's also used for all other kind of fire. Liquid electrical equipment we can use. Foam fire. Foam fire is useful for major kind of fires, but except 2 things, electrical and metal. So we can't use that. Otherwise, we use that fire extinguisher. But again, you can see on the DCP there is a blue line on the neck, and for foam there is a yellow line on the neck. And next one is just like carbon dioxide, which is mostly used for electric equipment. It's best for use electric equipment. Carbon dioxide, which cover the fire and cut off the supply of oxygen. So this is just like useful for rocket. Over here you can see class A fire. There is a classes of fire on the vertical: class A, class B, class C, and class D, and electric and class F. Over here you can see the fire extinguisher method. Water is only effective for class A. You can see otherwise no. Foam fire is effective to use class A and class B. And so dry chemical is dry powder. Dry chemical powder is class A, class B fire, class C fire, class D fire, and class electric fire. So it's also useful for many kind of fires. Carbon dioxide is used for petroleum products like class B and electric equipment, as I already told you. Wet chemical is used for class A and class F. So a majorly used dry chemical powder, which is quite effective to use it. So be careful about it. And the next one is just like you can see, don't forget about to follow, like, and share, subscribe my channel. And thank you for your support. I am very happy. If you want to watch those kind of things and you want to learn more related to chemicals, related to safety, you have to keep in touch. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section, and we will see you we'll see you in the next time, the next video. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.